Something bad happens. Panic starts to set in. You start to sweat subtly at first, but after a moment or two, you could give a rainforest a lesson in humidity. What's going to happen now? How will I cope? How will people think of me? What will they think? All of these thoughts cross our mind, and within seconds, the event in front of you has caused a downward spiral. One you might not recover from for hours, days, or even weeks. So, what do? I'm Mike Leone, and in today's Tap Back In, we'll take a look at a simple but effective strategy for dealing with curveballs, disappointments, and life-changing events that shake us to our core. Our brain is like a record or a CD, and the thoughts we have are like the grooves in the record, where the more we focus on a thought, the deeper and more worn the groove becomes. In other words, the more we focus on a thought, the easier it is to think the thought in the future, because the path has been created for us. And pretty soon, we get into a feedback loop. We think the thought, we believe the thought, and that belief only makes it easier to think the thought again. In this way, our thoughts become facts. And these facts have the power to destroy us, or maybe even worse yet, limit us. So if we get laid off, or we get a bad diagnosis, or we burn our toast in the morning, our thoughts about these events determine how we proceed. If we think this will destroy me, or in the case of the toast, great, so it's going to be that kind of day, what happens? We usually find ourselves destroyed, or we find that bad day happened because consciously or unconsciously, we've primed ourselves to look for the information that proves us right. So, how do we break this cycle? Take 5. When you do get bad news, something scary happens, or you're unsure of the future, feel the full weight of your emotions. Catastrophize to your heart's content. Panic and feel sorry for yourself if you need to, but set a time limit. Allow yourself to do this for 5 minutes, and 5 minutes only. Then, wipe away the tears, shake off the fear, and walk away from the expected outcomes. Those 5 minutes are all you are allowed to feel the weight of the panic, the anger, and the fear. And once those 5 minutes have passed, you need to shift your focus. And just what should you be focusing on now? Thoughts like, how do I move on from here? How do I change this? What can I do to rebuild and overcome? Have I gone through and survived similar situations? Focus on that. Focus on those thoughts. And then everything after the 5 minutes should be devoted to your next steps. And when a negative thought does creep in, or self-pity knocks at your door, or tears start to threaten to recreate Niagara Falls on your face, take a moment. Acknowledge those feelings, because heck, you're human after all. But then make a choice. Focus on the solution and move forward. Is this easy? Of course not. So start small. You get a flat tire, take 5 minutes, then fix it. You hit your head on the ceiling going down the stairs to the basement for the 3rd time this week. Get upset, but then figure out how you're going to avoid it in the future. Your husband forgets to get the grapes at the grocery store. Again, take a breath. And then figure out how you can make the next trip a successful one. One of the secrets to life is that we need to be learning from the past and focusing on solutions. When you take 5, you allow yourself to feel all of your emotions and then free up your mental energy to make the best possible solution, because you've taken the option to focus on the negative off the table. You've made a different choice. My name is Michael Leone, and you've just tapped back in.